Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dazja Jordan for those of you that are new, and for my returning kinfolks, what's up? So you guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to makeup look. I'm talking about, this is my makeup when I film my TikToks any day. Like, this is literally the face that I'm putting on. We are also going to be just chit-chatting a little bit about what's going on. I really hope that y'all like this video. Y'all let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this makeup, about this chit-chat. But before we go ahead and get into it, you guys make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that little bell on the side so that you can be notified each and every time your girl drops a new video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get it into it, okay?
You bad like that, you know, but I'm the one that ease your pain. I know.
Let's go ahead and get into these brows. And what I am using on my brows today is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette. We are just gonna go ahead and fill in these brows. And last video I used the Morphe like brow cream, and it was really harsh. Like, it gave me more of like a stamped look on my face when it came to brows. So I'm going to show you guys just, you know, the difference between, you know, that brow, which was a little bit more bolder, and my brow that I'm getting ready to do with the pencil.
I wanna make things right, and maybe you'll take me. Hope you.
Not saying that the you know, the brow creams don't be doing their thing, but like that the pencil is, it gives more of a natural brow type of look, and I love that. Like, it flows better with my natural brow hairs. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I can see the difference. Maybe y'all can't. I don't know, I can, but that's just me. I also like to go like super light on my brows. Not like super light, but like I always like to do like a dark brown or a chocolate brown.
Have you in my home? I know for a fact who you are into it.
Okay. And here are the brows, okay? So for the concealer, we are going to be going in with the NARS Creamy Concealer. Y'all, I'm literally scraping the inside, but I really did not like how my brows turned out the last video. So I'm like, let me just go back a little bit to how I used to do my makeup, and then, you know, kind of add some new parts in there. So yeah, that's what's going on. But y'all know the NARS is literally my go-to. Girl, they are speeding outside. This is a residential area. Like, kids don't live around here. What's wrong with them? Jeez.
Would treat me like he did.
Yeah, I did it all. Situation makes me feel I'm not a man at all. Swore I've been.
Okay, and while that is drying down a little bit, I'm gonna go in with some primer so that we can go ahead and prime the face and prepare it for our foundation. And I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Y'all know this is my go-to, and I seen that Target restocked and set these in the front. I'm getting some the next time I go because I am almost out. And it ain't no sense of waiting until the 5th hour to get something. So we're gonna be doing a little Target run here soon. And for foundation, we are still rocking with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Foundation in the shade, oh my god, do I have something in my eye? Like, this is crazy. But in the shade 157W. Ooh. Maybe I got some primer in my eye. Oh, y'all be careful with that primer. It's blinding. Jeez. I'm exaggerating, but some was in my eye though. Alright, and then y'all know I like to just apply this right onto the skin.
I could know all that you said. If you come find the time or place, then I don't have the words to say. I wonder if the only people find.
Alright, and now we're just gonna go in and blend out this foundation. Y'all, this is literally like the perfect match. I really be loving this foundation every time I use it. We don't look like it's all flaking and getting ready to cause me all kinds of problems before it sets. I love that.
Don't think you can help.
And now I'm gonna go back in with that same concealer, that NARS concealer, and I'm just gonna add some of this to my under eye. See, that's what I love about a good creamy concealer. Like, look at the way it glides onto the skin. I need to be trying to run on down to Sephora somebody and grab me some more of this creamy concealer. I'm going to use the same blending brush that I used to blend out the concealer around my brows to blend out the concealer on my face, okay? And I really wish that I had like a creamy contouring, you know, like that would just just add so much flavor to the makeup. So I need to find us a creamy concealer. I really do, for our contouring. That would have been so player, but whatever. Okay, so y'all, one thing that I have been seeing a lot lately, it's these women getting dogged out by these men. Like, getting dogged out by men, right? And getting back with them, you know? Like, he can cheat, he can have a baby during y'all's break or whatever, or he can make the baby while you're not on break. I don't know, you know? But these women are going back to these men. And I think that that is so crazy. You know, like, y'all have us really out here riding out for y'all, you know, putting y'all on a self-love train and stuff like that, and you can do this by yourself. Meanwhile, y'all go right back to laying up with these guys. Like, that is crazy. Like, one thing I know for sure, two things for certain, is that if my ex got a divorce tomorrow and came back, it was like, hey, I want to make things work with you, all of that, the answer would be no. No. And you shouldn't want me back. You know, you should be happy. You should look for someone that gives you a clean slate, you know, lets you be the changed person that you are. And I mean that, like, I really, really do. You know, like, these types of relationships that are like, oh, let's break up one moment, let's get back together, like, you're the one that I want. Like, no, you haven't even experienced anything else, anybody else, loving yourself, doing stuff for yourself. But yet, like, you're willing to keep being in a relationship with someone that has already told you and showed you how they feel about you. Like, that's crazy. Like, what am I missing? And it really be pretty women too. Like, it really be pretty women that be getting sucked back in. And when I say pretty women, it don't, like, I really mean like all women. I don't know. One thing that I told myself is that once I leave something, you know, like a bad breakup, a friendship or something like that, like, once I leave it for good, make that decision, like, hey, I'm not gonna do this no more, I will never, ever turn back and go back to that thing that I just left. And you know, like the Bible low-key talks about that, you know, and it comes in the story of Lot's wife. Okay, we don't know too much of her, and it's because she refused to like let go of shit and move on, you know, so she was short-lived. You know, so sis don't even have a name in the Bible. She's just referred to as this man's wife. Like, that's crazy. But anyways, so the reason why like I'm bringing her story up is because like it has some relevance to like everything that I was just talking about, like as far as like relationships and stuff. For our contouring powder, we are going to go in with the Fenty Coco Naughty bronzer. Y'all know that this is my go-to bronzer, my number one bronzer, my favorite bronzer. Okay, still almost out, and that's okay. I know that did not just happen, bro. And now I'm out. Ooh, how did that happen? Hold on, y'all, the sun is sunning. Sorry about that. Okay, but like I was saying, I was reading about Lot's wife in the book of Genesis. Okay, I know, y'all, I just been having this thing with like studying my Bible. And I've actually been like studying the women in the Bible in particular, you know, even the ones that didn't get a name, you know, even the ones that didn't get a name, but their story, you know, is still like relevant in today's world, you know, or in the lives of many women and many people, many men, many women, everybody, you know. So, you know, I was reading about Lot's wife in Genesis 19:15-7, and pretty much, you know, Lot and his wife and their daughters, they were staying, you know, in a little city and stuff like that. And I'm giving y'all the rough version, you know, so I'm no storyteller, but this is how I received the story, so this is how I'm gonna relay the story. Okay, so you know, they stayed in like their little town and stuff like that. They had some soldiers come to them and they were like, yo, like you and your family, y'all need to go, y'all need to flee, like some bad things are getting ready to take place here. Like, we just have direction to tell you guys to pretty much run, don't walk, hurry up and get your behinds up out of here. Okay, so Lot was like, okay, cool, you know, started packing up himself, packing up his wife, packing up his daughters, and was all like, all right, let me go ahead and, you know, head for the hills, like these people telling us to do. Like, let's go ahead and go, you know. But on their way out, they were given one very, very, very specific: once you start walking, once you start going up that hill, once you start going where I'm telling you to go, don't look back. Do not look back. So tell the wife, tell the kids, don't look back. There is no looking back. Ain't nothing happening back here. Once you leave, don't even look back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got greater things for you ahead. So if you look back, baby, if you look back, you might not make it. You might not make it to the other side, what I have for you, you know? You won't be able to work your assignment in its full entirety. You know what I'm saying? Y'all staying with me? Okay. So, of course, you know, those were the rules. That's what was given to them. So as they are going, right? What does that crazy wife do? And it's the thing. Sometimes people or women or us in general, we just do not be listening. We do not be listening. When God says, listen, hey, no. I'm going to remove you from this situation. Don't look back. We always have to, oh, can I just get a peek? Can I just, you know, go and see if there's something left there for me? Is there a lesson that I didn't get? The lesson was for you to figure out how to go, and you did that. And now you're trying to go right back and learn some more lessons from the same person that's already giving you lessons, or the same thing that's already giving you lessons. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, God said, listen, go. and don't look back. And homegirl looked back, and I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating, you guys. The Bible literally says that she turned into a pillar of salt, okay? Like, you want to see God perform miracles? I think I think he was performing those magical ones. I don't know, like, not, let me not say magical, because anything magic related like that is just not of God. But he was really performing miracles. I mean, turn this girl into, or this woman into, a pillar of salt. Like, he really meant what he said when he was like, look, when I said don't look back, don't look back. I'm taking care of some things back here. You know what I'm saying? And just being hard-headed. Oh my gosh, this sun is really being crazy. Okay. Yeah, like, I definitely love my bronzer, and I just cannot believe, and now I'm gonna have to go back and buy more, like, quicker than what I thought. I was thinking maybe I had one more day. I'm not gonna lie, like, this is probably the best I ain't done my makeup. I'm telling you, like, when you drink your water, mind your business, live your life, things like your makeup turn out flawless. So as far as powder, we are going to be going in with our Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powder in the shade, what shade is this? Deep Peach. And add this to where we, you know, added our concealer. Yeah, so like I was saying, y'all, I just truly do not understand why God had to turn that woman into salt. Like, what was she doing, like, throughout her entire life to deserve salt, to turn into a pillar of salt? I mean, like, I'm not trying to find out. I'm really not. Like, you know, I'm not trying to find out, like, by example or anything like that. Like, don't turn me into no salt. But, like, I do want to know, like, out of all the things in the world, like, salt, you can't even pick salt up with you and keep going. Like, that's something that you also got to leave behind. Like, those kids had to, like, leave the memory of, like, their mom behind, everything. Like, that is insane, you know, all because she was really, like, low-key disobedient, you know. It's like, when God tell you to leave something, leave a situation, and you don't listen, he's all like, oh, okay, you know, it's gonna cost you. And that's kind of like how it is in relationships. Like, say, you know, you're in an abusive relationship and you don't leave that abusive relationship, or you leave it and you keep going back. Like, do you know that you are heightening your chances of, you know, losing your life because you won't be obedient, you know, to leaving this person, not looking back, not going back. Now, if they stalk you and stuff like that, like, that's a whole different ball game. But, you know, it's like, really, like, some situations will literally kill you if you do not get out of them, and that is crazy. So with that being said, like, I don't stay in nothing. I don't go back to things, especially things that God has told me to leave. Now, if I didn't screw something up and I got to go back and make things right, and, you know, that's a whole nother ball game. But when God literally says, hey, this right here does not serve you any purpose, it's not feeding you, it's not even for helping you fulfill the promise that I have for you, like, you've got to let it go, you've got to walk away. And it really be like that in these relationships, you know. So, like, I really am out here praying for women that leave relationships, right, and be all about themselves, you know. Like, I really pray y'all last, because the streets can be ghetto, but once you in the streets and you learn how to work the streets, you ain't necessarily, like, gotta be with nobody, you know. You ain't even gotta have male friends, you know. Just, like, being in the streets for me is, hey, I'm outside, you know, I can look, I can say, hey, you know what I'm saying, how you doing, boo, how you doing. But I can also, work on myself while I'm in the streets. So you don't have to like be in the house working on yourself. You could be out in the streets, like summertime's almost here. Hope y'all ready to brunch and lunch and have all kinds of fun things happening and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all get out here, do your thing, stop going back to these crazy relationships. So like that's the whole reason why I was bringing up a lot's wife, you know what I'm saying? Because it just really shows like ain't no fun back there going back to the things that broke you. There's no fun going back to the things or looking back or staying in relationships that just do not serve you. You know what I'm saying? Like La and his family were clearly in an environment, like a whole town that was, just wasn't the place for them. Like they outgrew it, and God was like, yo, get up and go and don't look back. And like, dang, like I feel really bad for his wife for looking back. It's like, sis, I mean, I don't know, because what would have happened if she would have kept going and didn't look back? Because her husband was trying to sell their daughters. Like, I don't know. Okay, I'm getting way too deep into the story. I really am. But, that was pretty much the moral of what I was saying and why I don't go back to relationships, friendships, men. I don't care. Like somebody I could have been feeling back in high school can come back around today. No, it's not happening. We're not dating. I need something new, something brand new, someone I can be, I don't know. But anybody from my past trying to come. So I really want us, like, as a community to not take exes back, like, at all. That's where I'm at with it. Like, I just really want us to come together and say, when we say F these niggas, we mean F these niggas, and we stand by that and we don't settle. And we definitely don't go back to someone that shows us 5 minutes of change, or gives us a poem or gives us a birthday shout out or just whatever. Like, know your worth. Stand on that 10 toes down, like that's where I'm at. Okay, that's where I'm at. But anyways, you guys, we are gonna go in with the NARS Impressed setting powder. Y'all know I've been using the setting powder for my entire face just because this is more of my foundation shade, so I like to use it and kind of like dust off any of the loose powder that I have and just kind of make sure everything is blending together and very seamless. Yeah, y'all want to know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever taken anybody back, like even when my ex would have me out here looking stupid, I don't even think I actually broke up with him. Like, and that's the crazy thing, So I ain't take nobody back that, yeah. So I can honestly say I've never taken anyone back, and that's good, I have gone back to I went back to one friendship, and that's because that friend breakup was literally like my fault and due to immaturity. So I've only been back to one friend relationship. But other than that, like, I don't go back. All right, you guys, I'm going to go in with my Sephora Tiger Lilly blush, duo blush. And then after, I'm going to hop right into using the Sephora golden hour highlighter in the color High Noon. Yeah, but like I was telling y'all, so, and the reason why I'm using a smaller brush to do my blush this time, y'all, is because in the last video, baby, I used a bigger brush and I was able to diffuse it, but I ended up looking like a little crazy because I had way too much blush on. So this time I just want to make sure that it's controlled, So yeah, I mean, I can go all day with the examples as to why, like, when you choose to leave something and when God tells you to leave something and to move on and to not look back, You know, like, why you really need to listen, because I mean, like, these days he's not turning us into a pillar of salt or anything like that, but he definitely is keeping you stagnant. Like, the longer you stay in situations, the more you go back to situations, you just will not reach the promise that God has for you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you plan to be a successful entrepreneur or a successful anything, like, if you keep going back and staying in a relationship that isn't growing, you know, just like small stuff like that. I don't know if that example really made sense or not. You know, I don't know. Y'all can tell me in the comments down below. But, you know, I just feel like if you stay in things that do not serve you, if you look back and you do not move forward, you know, hence breaking up with somebody, getting your own place, and then moving that person in, like, that's not it. You know, that's not what we talking about. That's not what we doing. You know, I'm talking about like really moving on and saying, okay, God, I leveled up from that. You know, I want what you have for me. Like, can I walk with you? Can I be on one accord with you so that I can get to, you know, what you have for me? Because this ain't it. This man right here ain't it. You know, he's shown me a million times before that he's not it. But now I'm really, you know, understanding that he's not it. I don't know. So, like, girls, like girl, you know, like, I just feel like, whew, there's so much more. There's so much more. A good stepdaddy, because his real daddy not cutting it. You know, like, he's cool being around, you know, co-parent with him, but you don't have to be with him and be married to his BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want, you know, girls to really understand. You know, you ain't gotta marry the BS. You know, I'm like, Lord, keep me single. Keep me single on purpose until, like, my person is ready. And as a matter of fact, until I'm ready for my person as well, because I'm still doing a whole lot of work on myself, y'all know. So I don't know, that's just how I look at it. That's just me. I could be wrong though, so y'all let me know in the comments down below. I'm out here talking some good shit or not, you know. Y'all, that's so crazy. I am so sorry. I go from talking about the Bible to using a couple of cuss words. I am so sorry. I'm truly working on my language, everything. I really am. You know, God renewed me from the inside out. The work is being done. The work is being done. I did not put any concealer or anything like that on my eyes. So I'm just going to take whatever is left over on this sponge and just dab it onto my eyelid. I don't like to do too much to the eyelid, you know, like, this is it. I just don't want anything to look oily or anything, and boom, that's it. So yeah, we are going to go in with the ColourPop Act Natural mascara, and we are going to add mascara to the top and bottom lashes. Okay, you guys, so let's get into the lips. And y'all know I be struggling with my lips like big time. And when I say struggling, I mean like trying to find like a good lip color, a good lip liner, all of that to just do its thing. So today I'm just using black. Okay, and this is the NYX. It's really an eye pencil, but today we're using it as a lip pencil. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really like that 90s lip, okay? That black lipstick era, like, that was my jam. Honey Matte, I love the way that this lipstick right here did me the last time. Like, it was nice. And like I said in the last video, I think L'Oreal is a slept on product, especially when it comes to the lips. Okay, we are going to use Sweet Mouth. Yeah, Sweet Mouth. He was just another nigga on the hit list, trying to fix any issues with a bad and spray it down using the Morphe setting mist. Y'all know I love me a good mist. Ooh, that's good. Love it. Makeup staying fresh and looking good all day. But real quick, let me go ahead and okay, no, I'm gonna tell you guys just like this, okay? With this whole video, I was talking about relationships, and then I was talking about, you know, like Lot's wife and leaving things behind. Let me give you guys the moral of my story, okay? Like I said, relationships, and maybe that's just something that I'm dealing with in my life, so I assume that if I'm dealing with it, I can't be the only one. There's somebody else out there dealing with it as well. But as far as relationships go, whether it's with a boyfriend, you know, your mother, your father, you know, a sibling, you know, a friend, just anybody, you know, I just want you guys to, you know when to let go, okay? So here's the thing. There is a lot to learn from Lot's wife, okay? The biggest thing being that looking back really gets us nowhere, okay? But stuck in the same place. So when you are stuck on an old relationship, or you keep getting sucked back into a relationship due to maybe like a soul tie, or even, you know, just this person having a strong hold on you mentally, making you feel like, you know, maybe you guys are better together than you are apart and stuff like that. They are really truly holding you back from building meaningful relationships that align with your future and what God has for you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? If you do the work, like while you are single, if you do the work on yourself, love on yourself, you start to realize that, hold on, you know, like, or maybe I didn't miss out on that person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they missed out on me. You know, you start to see the value in yourself and stuff like that. You know, like I'm telling you, girls be waiting literally like a week or two, you know, a month at best, you know, like, oh, he has to beg like 3 or 4 times before I take him back. Like, no, you know, because what happens if he does beg 3 or 4 times? You are going to take him back. Now he knows, you know, all she wants me to do is beg a little bit and buy her a couple of bags, and, you know, I'm back in it. Like, y'all, we've got to be so much more than that. You know what I'm saying? And plus, when you keep going back to relationships, when you keep, you know, being disobedient when God tells you to leave a relationship and leave somebody where they at, like, even if they are your baby dad, like, leave them at baby dad status, you know? That's not your baby daddy with benefits. That's not your baby daddy but my bestie. Like, no, like, things just don't work like that. You know, it's like, okay, that is my baby dad of these kids right here, and it is what it is. Because the more you teeter that line, you know what I'm saying, you are prolonging your actual husband. You know what I'm saying? You know, so who wants to just prolong the man that God has for them? Like, what? Dealing with a joker. Like, you're not finna catch me dealing with a joker and then missing out on having all of my needs and expectations met and more, you know? Because, like, what? What? Make it make sense, you know? And you know what? I know it could also, like, be really hard to, you know, leave relationships behind. It's like, okay, girl, like, you can give this advice, you can say leave the past behind and stuff, but how do you do it, you know? And it's really not about how you do something, it's more so about the mindset. Like, you just have to make up in your mind, like, look, I am tired of this. You have to be so at peace with just your own self, you know, that you're like, wait a minute, I don't even want to let any of that negativity near me. Like, bro, like, when you pick up your kids, like, front door only, front step only, like, you don't get the pleasure of getting to be around my energy. You know what I'm saying? You know, so sometimes you gotta treat people like that. You gotta treat men like that. You gotta treat relationships like that, you know? Like, hey, I love you, but I love you from a distance. Hey, I respect you, but I respect you from a distance, you know? Everything can be done at a distance, you know? At a distance. 30 feet, 60 feet. few feet, anything, you know? So yeah, I would say that it's really just all about your mental, and it's really just all about the mindset and just not bringing up anything from the past, any past hurt, any past trauma. You know, like, I'm not saying like don't bring it up, because of course, like, going to therapy, you have to bring it up, you have to, you know, deal with it. But after that, like, never bringing it up again is amazing, you know. Like, and I can honestly say, like, with me going to therapy and simply having the conversation, bringing it up, and then closing that door, once I leave my therapist's office, I never think about it, I never bring it up again, you know. Versus in the past, like, my own trauma had me hostage, you know what I'm saying? And it can be like that for a relationship as well, you know. So like, you guys, everything that I'm telling you is like, it's truly gold. Like, I've lived by it, I've witnessed it within my own life, and I've witnessed it in other people's lives, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna close off with really just saying, enjoy the process of growing, you know. Even enjoy the process of outgrowing people, whether it's a friendship, a relationship with your significant other, you know, or a relationship with a family member or something like that. Like, just enjoying that process is gonna hurt, you know. You're gonna have to make some cutthroat decisions, but once it happens, it's like, okay, you know, I've been missing out on all of this because I've been stuck on all of that, you know. Like, what, you know? Once you cut off the things that's holding you back from getting to that next level, God starts putting you in places and rooms, and then you start to say, oh, okay, that's why such and such couldn't come. Okay, because he didn't belong in this room with me. All right. Oh, that's why such and such couldn't come, because they don't deserve to eat at this table with me. They don't deserve to have brunch with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to get picky, you know, get picky about your surroundings, about the people that you have in your life, for sure. And once you make those concrete decisions, don't look back. Don't look back at all, because there's nothing back there except for shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and they will all land you in the same position, having to level up and move on. All right. So with that being said, you guys have listened to my mouth long enough. I truly appreciate you guys for watching this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. If you guys like when I share my lessons with you. I know it was, honestly, for me, it was a bit random. I really just sat down to just do my makeup, and once I started, I was like, man, like, what am I gonna talk about? And then I jumped right into chit-chatting about, honestly, like, going back. And it got me into telling you guys pretty much one of my lessons was. So, you know, if you guys like that, go ahead and leave in the comments down below. Also, give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you guys are feeling my content and stuff like that. And most of all, you guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that little bell on the side so that you can be notified each and every time your girl drops a new video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.